Good afternoon. Welcome to our daily devotion. Today we're going to be in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. Paul says, "We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not despairing." I think these words are so appropriate for us in our current situation. I know that you have experienced this maybe even recently, maybe even today, where you felt like you were having pressure in from all sides. You've heard the phrase, the walls are closing in around you, right? This is what Paul says here. We are afflicted in every way. And he's talking to Christians, right? He's talking to us, those who have hope in Christ. And yet we still feel that pressure. That word afflicted means pressure, it means pressed in or pressured. I always think of claustrophobia. That's something that I experience. I don't like small spaces. I feel like literally the walls are closing in on me. And so I get uncomfortable in those situations, especially like elevators. Even today, I can ride an elevator, but as soon as those doors start closing, I have a little, little anxiety. Just because I don't like small spaces. I don't like the walls closing in. We experience these things. We feel like we're pressured on all sides in life. And yet Paul says we are afflicted in every way, we're pressured in every way, but we're not completely crushed, right? We experience the weight and the heaviness of what's going on around us, yet we're not crushed. That word crushed is that we're not destroyed, we're not distraught because of our circumstances. Yes, they're important to us. Yes, they bother us, but we have hope still. Then he goes on to say we are perplexed, right? We question everything. In a sense, we're losing our minds. We're at a loss for words. That's what that word perplex means, at a loss. Right? And so, in a sense, we're kind of losing ourselves because of all the things going on. And this is normal for us in our current situation, but at all periods of life, we experience confusion. We question, God, why are you allowing this to happen? God, why are you not stopping this? I know people are asking that question concerning all the things that we're experiencing right now in our lives. Paul says we are perplexed. As Christians, we feel those same feelings of confusion and questioning, but we don't despair. I find it interesting that in the Psalms, David often cries out to God and says, why? I don't think it's a problem to question God. I think all throughout the Bible, people question God. The problem becomes when in our questioning, we forget to say like Job, the Lord gives and the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. It's okay to question God why, but it's also important that we understand who God is, and his plan and his purposes are far beyond what we can understand often. That's why Paul says we're perplexed. We question, but we don't despair. We don't lose hope. We don't give up because of the things that are out of our control. This is an important thing for us to remember. It's important that even if we feel like we're losing our minds, we don't really lose our minds. Even if we feel that we can't answer any question that's put before us, we still trust God no matter what. Proverbs says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your path straight. It's important for us to remember that we are perplexed, we're confused, but that doesn't mean that we despair. We know that God is in control. And so today, trust in the Lord and know that he is in control. God bless you.